Hello, my little hairy bogies. How are you? Welcome to Monday. Quite an overcast Monday. Doing an outside broadcast today because it's during the day. So I thought you haven't seen my boat since the summer, have you? So I'm on my boat. But as you can see, it looks exactly the same except the plants are. Oh, I've got a wet bottom now. Had to get up. So we are expecting an announcement from our illustrious buffoon leader, Boris Procrastinate, later on, and we are expecting things to get a little tougher with regards to restrictions, etc. We don't know yet, we can only speculate. I suspect that we're probably going to not be able to eat KFC with two hands. You can only blow your nose with tissue now, not loo roll. If you run out, you have to go to the shop and get some. But we don't know. But things are going to get tougher. I will pop back on after his announcement and finish it behind the door. No, hang on, that's polish it behind the door. That's what my dad used to say to me, and he thought he was hilarious every time. He also used to say, Julius Caesar did a squeezer on the coast of France. His father tried to do the same and did it in his pants. He was as childish as me, I'm afraid. So anyway, it used to amuse him, and that's the main thing. I'm just going through the undergrowth here. Ooh, look, I'm at the bottom of the garden now. Look, there's the swimming pool. Needs a bit of a clear out. I'll have to get a pool man in with some dodgy music. Wow, 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 wow. And on the note of footy and so on and so forth, I mentioned last week we were due to have fixtures this Sunday at Hamworthy. Now, the problem we would have with those fixtures is the same problem that we'd have for training, is that some teams have to come from different tiers, or some players from some teams do, which is the problem, as I say, we've got with training. I can't coach you because I'm in tier 4 and we train in tier 3 at Westmoors. Most of the players are the same, although some obviously do live in the Dorset area as opposed to the BCP, Bournemouth, Christchurch and Poole. So, but the way it works, because it's an affiliated league, we have to do it democratically. So we put an email out to the league management committee, of which there is a representative from each league on there, for them to make their decision as well. So we all vote on what we should do. For what it's worth, I have voted that Sunday shouldn't go ahead, because it can't really, because we would have teams from the likes of Dorchester who are in tier 3 and players for other teams who are in different tiers. We also have the issue of there being a higher risk for adults with Down syndrome, and of course we have the AFC Bournemouth DS Lions playing in the league. So for those reasons, I of course have voted that it shouldn't go ahead. We're still waiting for the results, but for what it's worth, I don't think it's going to. I think it's going to be academic anyway, because I think by the time today ends, we're not going to be able to do any sort of team sport outdoors anyway, because I think the new regulations will be a lot more stringent. So there we go. So what I will do is I will go indoors and carry on what I've been doing all day, which is essentially not a great deal, just fanning about on my new PC, setting stuff up, sending emails off about you bunch of reprobates, and I will come back on later with the results of Boris's announcement, and probably a couple of absolutely hilarious jokes de jours. Don't go away. No, go away, but then come back later. No, you won't need to, because by the time I've edited the vlog, this will all be together, so you won't need to. Okay. Boris Johnson, a big bambahula. Somebody just sent me a link to that on the Facebook, and I can't stop singing it. mainly because I sing Jamaican, because I used to be a yardie when I was out there, which was nice. So we've had Boris's announcement. I actually went further than I anticipated, but essentially I haven't read all the details yet, but what it means is that you must stay at home. You must wipe your feet and blow your nose, and if you go to the lavatory, you must only go with one other person from within your household, not somebody from outside your household, and there must be a bubble. Of course I shouldn't. So yeah, we're almost back to first time round, actually, first lockdown. However, I believe it will be short lived this time, and the vaccine cavalry are on their way, we are told. So hopefully it won't be for half as long this time round. But I say I haven't checked all of the details yet. It does mean, of course, that isn't a hello. Say hello. Say hello. Hello. Psst, 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 psst. Yes. She's got the manners of a cat sometimes. Oh, come on then. I think she wants to show you her bottom. Can you hear her purring? That's because she loves her daddy, you see. I'm not a real daddy, not biologically. No, that would be odd, wouldn't it? So actually I'd look quite funny as a cat. Imagine I'm 6 foot my height, but I had fur like Totty. That would be funny, wouldn't it? Anyway, I'll leave you to ponder that one. Where was I? Can you remind me? Where have we got to? So yeah, it's pretty much like it was, as it was before last year. What does that mean? We've just got to, excuse me, I've got to scratch my nose. Do you want to see my forehead? It's a beauty, isn't it? It's probably one of the best foreheads you've seen this year. Although, to be entirely fair, we're only 2 days into the year. No, we're not, we're 6. I don't know what the date is. Yeah, what does that mean? It means I'm going to have to cut my own hair. It means I'm going to have to up my game on the vlogs again, doesn't it? I'm going to have to put some more interesting content in. So, yeah. But anyway, it is what it is. You know the score. If you want to speak to me or Bev or Julia or whatever, then just get in contact with us. We will do what we can to help where we can. Yeah, that's it. So, seems inappropriate to hit you with some hilarious gags tonight because you're probably all a bit miserable. But as I say, chin up. Honestly, it's not going to be as long this time, and we will be out of it. And I still think by the summer we are going to be rocking and rolling on the football pitch. Oh yeah, that's what I was going to say. I did say earlier it was probably academic that we were having we had a vote on whether to go ahead with Sunday matches. Of course, they will not go ahead now anyway, but they wouldn't have done, to be honest, because as I said before, teams would have had to come in from weren't allowed to come in from tier 3, and it just throws everything up in the air. So there we go. So I will say to you, be safe. I have to do it with my other hand tonight. Be safe and keep your chins up. It's not forever.